That's good then. Now, so let's move on again from the very first day, that how to create the server. First of all, you need to create. What are the steps? See, yes, Jeff, you raise your hand. Any doubt? Okay, we lower down that also. Okay, fine. So, what are the different steps? Let me explain you from the very beginning. Okay, that is, you don't need to write all these things, right? It's just a notepad sort of thing, just the instructions for you. Steps for starting any query in SQL. Okay, so this is comments, and how I can put the comments, and what are the comments? Comments we put over in any query or in SQL to describe our program or describe our function. Like this one, if I will write select star from anything, a customer. Okay, so this is my query. The second line, that is my query. If I will execute it completely, okay, then the second line only executes. The first line is not executing. Why is it so? Because it is in comment, right? Understood? So comments never executes. Okay, comments are to explain that how the thing is going on. Like here also you can say extract customer table. Okay, so I explained this particular query, that what this query is doing, it is extracting customer table, right? So this is one way. The second way that you can do, no, Jeff, we can't use this one here. If you will use this one like this, so it will be delimiter. Okay, this have a different things with you. So other that you can use, that is slash star. Okay, and slash star is used when you want to comment multiple lines. So we have multiple lines, and how to close it? You need to close it by star hash. As you can see, as I close my comment here, the second line converted into function, right? So multiple lines like this, if you will use this one, you can say first step with SQL is to create database. Okay. Second, create table. Okay. Or you can say insert table. Right. So this is the two basic steps, and this is how multiple line comments are to be used. Because if you don't have database where you will copy your table, or where you will create your table or insert your tables, right? So this is the way you do your task, right? So have we created our database? I don't think. BA professional batch. No, that's not the thing. BA DM. No, we don't have. So let's create our database first. Okay, let me remove this one. So from on the top, you have seen this container with plus sign. Okay, click on that particular container. It will say new schema. Okay, schema is this one. You say this is the schema, and schema is the place where all the information about the total database is available. Like if this is the schema, BA Pro, so it contains this much of tables, right? So this much of tables contains this much of columns also. So this is the all information that this particular schema contains. All these tables are, all these databases are saved in a particular schema. So that's why we are creating a new schema also, a new database basically. So let's say DA underscore August, okay, 23. Click on apply on the bottom, okay, then again click on up this and finish. Okay, you can close this one now. Now let's search. Where is DA August 23? Here it is. Okay, this is the database that is created, right? Now what you need to do, you need to select this particular database. Right now, as you can see, Google SQL Basic, this is highlighted, this is in bold, right? Let me make it down. Yeah, so this one SQL, Google SQL Basic is in bold. So the database that is selected for performing the queries, okay, that database is highlighted. So now how to select a different database in it? See, there are two ways to selecting any database. First is by using the function use DA underscore August 23. Close this query, okay, and execute it. Now you can see your DA August 23 is selected, right? So this is the way. Now one more thing, if you forgot the things, we have the AI tools also with us that we are going to use in this particular training also, and let you know that how to use this prompt engineering, okay, or prompt learning, right? So just after the few basics of SQL, we will start using ChatGPT also, okay? So that will help you a lot because there are a lot of functions, lot of different conditions in SQL. You can't remember all those conditions together. So you need to remember you need to use these particular tools so that you can work more effectively with it. Okay, so this is the one way you can select any database using use function. Second is you can just double click on any database like this. Education A23 is selected, e-commerce Google, it is selected, DA August, it is selected now, right? So this is one way that you can use your database. Now you need to insert your tables. If you have your tables already prepared in Excel or in CSV format, you can import it, right? So first we will see how to import a file, then we will create our own files also or on tables also, right? So let's import the file first. Right click on your database. You can right click on your database or right click on the tables. Okay, both of them, right? So you have to say table data import wizard. Okay, click on that. Once this particular pop-up window will be open in front of you, you need to select the file that you want to import. Okay, just browse the file, and your file is in the shared folder in datasets and SQL. Here are the 8 files. So just import all these 8 files. Then I will let you know where these 8 files will be used by you. So once you selected, click on next. Continuously click on next. Nothing you need to do. You just need to say next, 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 and finish. As it is not appearing.
Excuse me.
Right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yes.
Did you want us to do this while you're working on it? Because I currently don't have the files.
You can download it directly from the shared folder. You have the link for the shared folder?
No.
In group, just check. I just posted the link in the chat also. You are into the group now? So I just shared that one yesterday also. Let me share it again. Yes. You said thank you for that post also in group. Please check. And if you still not able to find, okay, so please let me know so that you can share your screen and I will let you know that how to go with it. Have you find the files?
Yes, I think I just found it. I'm just trying to download it on my to put it on my folder because I was missing it on my folders. I didn't have it downloaded.
Okay, no worries. You can do later on also.
Okay, sure.
So just see what are the things we are doing.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome. So here I just imported one file, but it is not visible to me right now in this particular database. So on the top you have the refresh button, right? As you can see my cursor also. So you have to click on the refresh button and you can see the table is visible in the database now. Just repeat these steps 8 times so that you will also remember that how to import a file. Okay, remember to select your file every time. Okay, do not select the next like things every time. Like this time if I will use table data import wizard, I will see a file path. Maybe I can go in the next option directly without browsing the third file. If I will go with this one and say the next, it will say table import. You specified to create a new table, but a table with the same name already exists in the selected schema. So you can say cancel out this one, and you need to select the new file. Browse, go for the third, right? Open, next, next. Every time you have to browse a new file. If you go with it as it is, then it will give you the error. Okay, so like this, you have to select your files every time, and then nothing, just the next, and finish. The big the file, more the time it will take to upload. Next, refresh. You don't need to do refresh every time. As you know, the table is already uploaded all together. In the final, you can do the refresh tables option. Just like this, it is uploaded. I know. So 3, 4, 5, and 6 tables are uploaded. I will go with the second last one, and this time I have not refreshed it, right? But once I will upload all the files, I will refresh it once in the last. Then also it works fine. And now I will refresh and see all the tables are in my database now. Okay, let me save this file. Not in database, session recordings, the SQL. Okay, let's say SQL queries. Okay. Now you can see and you can download whatever we are doing in this file also. Okay, in your shared folder, session recording, and SQL. This particular SQL file is also with me. So anytime as we close the session, this file will be updated also. So every time you need to download it. So you can see these files into Notepad also. So open with the Notepad. You can see up to this point, whatever we have done is now in this file. Okay. So what is the use of these tables? Let me show you. You have to go to W3 school. Okay. Because we will move ahead with the concepts using some particular project sort of thing. Okay. And to continue practice, you need a data. For that continuous practice, I given you data of the website, that is W3 School. Let me share it into your chat box. Okay, in W3 School, you have to go to the tutorials, and in tutorials there is Learn My SQL. Okay, let me share this link also. Got it? So you have the access of this chat also. If you will go to Zoom and log in, these chats from the very beginning will be with you. Okay, all the chats. So this is the particular place, that is W3 school. This is where you find all your data, the data that you have, right? See this one, right? If you want to look into this particular function, okay, and you will put query here and say execute, it will give you the results. Okay, so this is the same data that particular website is using, right? So that's why I given you all this data to do your practices. Okay, so right from the starting, MySQL home, you can start learning, right, for your practices, and just go through the all things that is available here in MySQL W3 school. Yes, Jeff.
When you go to this website, where do you see the data set from?
You don't need to import any data set or that kind of thing, because this website is not providing data set to download. I created that database.
Okay.
The data that I given to you, I created that data. Okay.
Okay.
Because here, if you want to see where is the data is, so try it yourself. So here is the data, but you can't download this data, right? The option to download is not available with this database. Okay, so I just created this data by fetching the data from this website.
Okay, so you copy. Okay.
Yes, because in copy paste also there are a lot of errors, and the data is not clean. So I just clean all the data, and just for the practice purpose of you guys and the others who are joining with us, I just provide this data so that you can practice continuously with W3 school also. It is a very nice place.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, sure, Shweta. I will share these links on the group also. So just remember W3 school and you can go through it. So what is the difference? You can do it by yourself also on W3 school. Like, this is the query, run the query, it will give you the results, right? What is the difference then? But if you will have these queries in W3 school, you can copy it from here and put it in your SQL file. Okay, and when you run it, it will give you the result, as well as the queries that you are running will be saved with you. Okay, that's why I just given you, so that it will be with you, right? And you can have the data or the program that you are creating will be saved with you. Okay, so just go through this website also, and for a long time, even in your long career also, this website will help you a lot. Why is it so? Because a lot of things are there. When we want to retrieve the basics, or many times it happens that we just skipped a very small and easy concept. Similarly, as we forget some spellings many times, right? So, but they are so frequently used by us in day-to-day working. In the same way, it is not like that you don't know about the SQL, but you just skip the particular concept. So to look into the very basics, you need to have some references. Okay, and using references is not a bad thing. You can use the references in front of anyone. Okay, instead, those references must be valid. Okay, verified, not any uh, invalid or unauthorized references. Okay, so this is one reference that you can use for your long time in your career also. So just go through each and every step of it using the database I given to you. Okay, so meanwhile, the things that it starts from here. Okay, via the database. So here we already created the database and we need to create the table now. Okay, so we will start with creating the table part. So before getting into the creating the table, I would like to have one thing for you, that is the types of data. Okay, this is the type of data. And what is the type of data? That if you will look into the table, okay, let me show you one table. So uh, from customer. So this is the table. Customer ID is one variable here, one column here. So all the values are in numeric. So I must say it is an integer type, right? Customer name, it is all in text format. Okay, so it is character type. This is how maybe sometime there will be dates, date and time, a different kind of formats are there. So to understand this particular concept, here you have all the data types that is available in MySQL. Move on, like character. Okay, CHER, this is character. This is how you will understand what is this data type means. Character with the size. Suppose I need to enter names in my database, like here in customer name, I need to enter customer names. So I know customer names of mine may be up to 100 characters. So what I will do, character up to 100. Okay, so this is how you use a character type. You have to define that what type of data you are inserting in the table, right? When you are creating new table, I will just show you about that one. And here, this is only about the string or the text data, right? Then you have the numeric data types. Let me show you the frequently used data types. First is your variable character, right? Okay, as you can see in character, there is a limit of the size of 0 to 225 only. Okay, but in variable character, there is a limit of 0 to 65,535. So generally, we use variable character instead of character. Okay, and second thing is numeric data type, and mostly used numeric data type is your int, integer. Okay, so just like that, you use integer very frequently. So for the integer also, you can see bit, tiny integers, very small integers that you have. Boolean value, that is into 0 and 1, right? Booleans equals to bool, small integers, medium integers, integer equal to integer, that is size. That's the same thing. Full name you can mention integer, and you can int also you can use. Big integers that have the limits greater than the integer, just like variable character. Float type with the decimal points. You can use float also. Okay. D is the parameter, specified parameter of decimals, that up to what decimal you want to use. Okay. So that's the thing. Double, decimal, D size. Then you have a date and time formats. Okay. So date, as you know, years, month, and date. This is the format of date in SQL. Date timestamp. You have seen this kind of date time in many forms, Google Forms and survey forms. These kind of details are there. And whenever we are getting the external data from the other than the company data, we used to have this one because we are collecting that data from some other places. So along with the date, we also have the time. That okay, at this time, this particular data is collected, right? So with timestamp, this is the data types. So only three major data types are there. That is first one, that is your string, okay? String data type that is related to the character type, okay? Or where you have the text format, right? Second is numeric data type, where all the things are numbers, okay? Third, you have date and time. So only three major data types are there. Further, you have the types of these data types, okay? Now, you can create, you can copy and paste and keep this data with you also. And I will try to extract this data and post it into the material part of shared folder. Okay, so you will remember this thing, right? Now, let's back to our file and let's try to create one table. Okay, let me, yes, this is also sufficient. Okay, so let's create a table. Let me put some comment here. Create a table. Okay, so to create a table, what is the syntax that you need to create a table? In previous section, we have seen how to import a table, right? We just imported the table from the wizard, okay? Where we gone to table data import wizard and imported our file. But this time we don't have any file. We need to create the table and we need to insert the data also, right? And what is inside the table? One is your column names. Second is the data associated with each column, right? So that's the two things that we need to have. Okay. So here also, first of all, we need to create the column names. Okay. So to create any table, what you need to say that create, okay, table. Okay. Then you need to write the table name. Okay. Let's say employee. This is a table we are trying to create that having the name, the employee. Okay. And one more thing, SQL is not a case sensitive language. It means if you are using capital letter or small letter, it will not impact on SQL. The function or the query will execute. You can write create in capital as well as in small letters also you can use. Okay. So create table employee, right? Now you need to define the you can say column names to it. Okay, let's say employee ID will be there. Okay, and employee ID is there. Employee ID that is integer type, so it is int integer, right? So put a comma and define another column name. Let's say first name of the employee. And what is first name? First name is character type. We can say variable character. In character type, we need to define the size of the total characters available. Okay, you can take anything. I will prefer to use 50 because I know there is no name more than 50 character in my data. Okay, then let's say last name. Okay, it is also again a variable character. Just say 50 character to be there. This is the limit that we are mentioning to this particular table. Okay, let me, yeah, now last name done. And what else can be there in employees table? Age. Again, age is integer, right? And let's say gender. Gender is what? It is again variable character. And for gender, you can say FEMALE, 6 character is there. So by default, keep it all same. Yes, character limit is mandatory. If you will not define, by default, it will take 0. So this must be defined. Okay. What will be the limit of the character you want to put over here? Right? Yes, Jeff.
What is the best practice when you, in terms of first name, last name, 50?
Yes, see, for best practice is, say, if you will generally look into the names, what is the maximum length of a name you have ever heard? So at max, if you will look into W3 school data also, if you will look like select, if you will go through and let's see where it is. So category employees is also there. So first name, last name is also there. Employee ID, last name, first name. So you can see into this data also that first name, last name are not so lengthy, right?
Mm.
So maybe the name can be of 100 characters, a general talking.
Okay.
But if you are not confident that up to what length I will take my data, as you can see in the data types here, variable character is up. You can take up to 65,535.
Okay. Okay.
In variable characters, instead of 50, you can mention 65,535. Okay, but later on you will understand that it will increase the time of execution of your program also, because
Okay.
it will check either anything else available in your data or not, right? So as short as you can put according to your data the size of a variable character, it will optimize your queries also. Okay, so
Okay.
these are the limit. So you can take up to 65,535, any number in between it.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
and if you are using the character, you can use up to 255. Okay, see, this is first name and last name. If you want to insert the address, okay, naturally it will contain more than 200, 300 characters into it, right? That time you have to mention the higher size of it, that particular column, right? So that time you have to mention the higher thing here. For first name and last name, because we just separated first and last name in different columns, so you can mention up to 100, that's fine. But 100 again, I think a lengthy one. Okay. So one more thing you can do into it: first name, middle name, and last name. Three things also there in many names. So you can mention like that also.
Okay. And the last question is, how do you know which one is row and which one is column?
First of all, whenever we are creating the table, okay, we have to mention the column names, because column names, every time you will retrieve your data according to the column name only, because as you know, this is your RDBMS, relational database management system. So relational database system, always you have particular labels. Labels, it means column names, and it is in a tabulated format, in a table format. So here also in categories, if you will open, you will see you have the column names. Okay. And in any table, you will see you have the column names, not the row names, because row just have the data, not the names. Okay. So right now we are defining the column names into it. Then only we are able to insert any data in these columns. Okay. So
Okay.
let's say this is the first table that we created. Close it by this bracket and then semicolon. Okay. Your query is closed, and to execute it, you have to select the whole. Okay. Select it and run this function. Okay. In bottom, you will see 71, create table employee. This variables, 0 rows affected. If green sign is there, green check sign is there, it means your query is executed correctly. Now if I will refresh it, I can see employee table is there. Okay. If I want to look into it, that how it is created, how it looks like, so we need to say select star from employee. Employees table is with your W3 school data, remember, and employees is with this one. So just execute this one and look how it looks like. So we don't have any data right now. We have not inserted any data. So it just shows you the column name, right? Okay. So this is how you create your data. You create your table basically. Okay. Now let's understand just one thing to insert a data into it. Okay. So both things will be covered. Then by tomorrow, we need to create more tables for the analysis or for the project. So how to insert the data into it? We can say insert into. Now insert into what you want to insert? Into employees. Okay. And you need to say values. What you want to insert? I want to insert the values. Okay. Then you have to mention the values for employee ID. Let's say 1001, comma. First name. First name is character type, so you need to put it into single quote. Let's say Jim. Okay. Then again you need to put a comma. Now the last name. Let's say the last name is Halpert. Okay. Then what is there? That is age. Age is integer, so no single quote or double quote is required. Directly you can put it. Finally, you have the gender. That is the male. Okay. Close it. Close semicolon. Give a semicolon. And remember, whenever you are inserting the data manually like this, the sequence must be same, like employee ID, first name, last name, age, and gender. This is the sequence of this table column. So you can't interchange these things. So first thing, first column. Second thing, second column. Like this, it will be imported, okay, or inserted. Now let's run this function, right? In output, you can see 73, one row affected, because this time I just inserted one data into it, okay? If I will use this function again, and check how it look like now. So the data that I inserted is now in my table. Got it? This is how you can insert. Okay. Now, what you need to do, you need to create, you need to go through the W3 school with these tables. Okay. Just go through with the basics. So just to get familiar with the SQL, right? And what we are doing, we are working with the database system directly. Okay. I just shown you how to import the file directly and then import the values. Tomorrow, what we will do, we will create 3 tables. One we already created today. 2 more tables we will create, and we will learn the different concepts using this particular project. In this project, what is our aim? What is our objective? This is HR related project. So different concepts like salaries, departments, that kind of things we will create. Okay. And we will use it in our tables. Okay. And one more thing, tomorrow we will see, right from tomorrow, we will start looking into AI tools, that is ChatGPT, that how we can have the support from the table of the, how we can get the support from the ChatGPT. Suppose, let's see, let me show you an example. Okay, like this. If, as you can see here, I just not given any single quote here, so it will definitely give me error for it. So if I will copy this vertical function and use into ChatGPT, open ChatGPT in Google and just log in with your credentials. You can use your Gmail logins also with it. Okay. So if I will paste that query here and say, what is the error in this query? See, it will directly mention me and it improves the query also. It shows that string values should be enclosed in single quotes. The name Jim and Halpert should be enclosed in single quote as they are string values, right? Non-string values should not be enclosed in quotes. The numeric values, this like this. The corrected query would look like this. This is your correct query. Okay, you can copy this code from here directly and you can paste it into your queries like this. Got my point? So these are the helping tools that you have to debug, to search some concepts. Okay, like that, right? So this is all by today. By tomorrow, we will create tables and I will let you know the sequence. What are the different concepts we are going to learn? Okay, and per day we are going to use this sheet only. Okay, so all the details, all your SQL will be in a single sheet. Okay, this file is saved now and you can easily download it from your shared folder. Okay, all the informations will be updated continuously day by day. Okay, so I will mention comments also in it, that selecting database. Okay, here say extract customer table, right? Create a table like this. I will mention. Okay, here you can say data type is integer. Okay, so like this, I will mention the comments also with every query, everything, so that you will remember next time when you will look into it, right? So this is how we started the SQL, and later on we will look into it more clearly. Okay, with SQL queries, I just put the names here, right? So that's it for today.